Portland's police chief spoke out about weekend confrontations between right and left-wing protesters. Video showed some of those protesters fighting, but there were no police officers around. This happened in front of the Justice Center Saturday afternoon. One person from an alt-right group even pointed a gun at the crowd.
We had a number of skirmishes that took place, or altercations, but they were really quick in nature. In order to get officers, from say Central Precinct around to the other side to get into that situation would have taken a lot of time. And I think really the question is a risk-reward question. The interjection of police into that crowd too has its own dynamic also that we were really mindful of.
Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler has ordered a review of the incident.